Hey coaches, Coach Ashton Meyer here. This is the third time that I've done this video and it has taken some time. We are not perfect and this is not going to be perfect, and I just want it to be great because I'm forever blessed that you guys are here, set out in your training, wanting to achieve your dreams, wanting to achieve your goals, and I just want to give you the best information that I can and provide you in a short period of time. Because I know that your guys' time is valuable and it means a great deal to us that you guys can come here and watch this video and take this video and what you learn, bring it into yourself. So I want to talk about branding and creating a plan and why this can help you work smarter instead of harder. It may take some time to create that system, and I'm talking about it might take you an hour, but once you get that set up, just like prepping for food, once you get it set up, you're set for the rest. All right, so let's talk about your brand. And I'm going to go in this as fast as I can, but in the best way that I can. Your brand is based on who you are. You are not Team Beachbody. You are not Lindsay Matley. You are not Lindsay Weiss. You are not Tara Carr. You're not Scotty Hobbs. You are who you are. And what makes you is your brand. Don't be grabbing posts that from the other coaches that you feel can really send out to other people because it was amazing for them. Maybe it worked for them because it was part of their brand. Now, if there's something that you see that you're like, oh, that was really, really neat, or you agree with it and you want to post out about it, then yes, create a post and use wording or quote them. But I would highly recommend not sharing their posts. But you need to create who you are. And that's what makes you different. What's unique about you? What has brought you to where you're at? Who makes up you? So I have some pictures here that can kind of represent different brands. So are you a mom? Are you a dad? That can be part of your brand. My family is a part of my brand, and a lot of us coaches that have family, well, I think all of the coaches that have family, that's part of their brand because that's who they are. Who's not going to talk about their kids if they have kids? Who's not going to talk about their dogs if they have dogs or cats? That's your little fur baby, as I came to find out in Salt Lake City. I had no clue what a fur baby was. I kind of thought it was like, one of the Furby pets. Yeah, that shows you how knowledgeable I am. I love animals, but I did not know that they're called fur babies. Okay, faith. I really want to hit hard on this one quick. So the reason why I do is because that religion is such a huge controversy of, there's people who believe in God and then there's people who don't, or there's people who believe this and there's people who believe this. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because if you are full of faith, if you love God and Jesus and this is what you believe, then don't be afraid to post out about it. And this is what I've learned from Chalene Johnson, is that why are you going to be afraid to be you and worry if it's going to offend someone? Because that's not who that you're trying to attract. Will you attract people who maybe aren't religious and you are? Yes. But the difference between that is you might connect with them on your kids. You're a mom and they're a mom, and they're not offended by what you say. They still follow you because you're you. They know that you post out about faith and religion, so they're not going to come to your page and be like, oh my goodness, she's all about God and maybe this wasn't right. No. So you can't just all of a sudden stop posting things because you're bringing in new people and you're afraid that they're going to be offended by what you say. If you are you, you will attract like-minded people. I am going to talk about God. I'm going to talk about faith, and I tell my team that too. They know what I stand by, and I just ask them that they do not judge me, as I will not judge them on what they decide. Same as Danny Johnson that talks about that. Let me be who I am, and I will let you be who you are, because that's what we're here for. Okay, so I posted out some things here. Photography. I know that we have some people that are into photography. Maybe you like creating different pictures. Maybe you're a stylist or a hairstylist, and that's part of your brand. So the things that you love to speak about, that you could talk endless and hours on. So Someone who is a hairstylist, maybe they love talking about makeup tips or giving little tip picks about products that they like. Maybe they'll talk about products that they love because they are, more natural and they don't ruin your hair. Like, what can you add value to that to talk about it? If you're an animal lover and you have animals, maybe you're posting out about your animals. Look at Caleb Thomas. He's got his dog, and his dog's always in like his photos and pictures and stuff too. Maybe you're a runner, you love traveling, music. Maybe you like technology, love food. Overcoming struggles is something that I'll talk about later on, but overcoming struggles, everyone has those, and that should be part of your story, is your struggles. I'm not going to hit on details now, but don't hesitate to talk about your struggles. So those are just a little bit of information. There is a great training that's in our online office. If you go to your videos and the training, and you will find under event trainings, this came from Summit, and there is a branding one on there too. So you can check that out if you want more details. So I wanted to grab someone who I thought is amazing at branding themselves, and Lindsay Matway just came to mind. And as you can see, this is her cover photo. She just recently put out this new cover photo. She did have one before that was similar to this, but she specifically states what you will find here: faith, family, freedom, fashion, and fitness. So people know that as soon as they pull up her profile, they're going to see faith, family, freedom, fashion, fitness. Okay, sweet. Like, I think this is a brilliant idea, and I might have to create another cover photo that specifically states that. I mean, I do have my faith, my family, and fitness and food on there. So, but I don't specifically come out and say what you will find here. But maybe that just doesn't work for me. Maybe I'll create something later. The great thing is that she knows who she is and she posts out about it. And when you go to her page and you look through her scrolls, I grabbed these because they were literally like bam, 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 bam. So on the bottom left, she talks about, shopping, and there brings in her fashion. Like, it was amazing that she was able to shop in the kids section and stuff and inspire someone today. So you might, it says my daily mission. Great, small, straight to the point. It has fashion. It has, you could say it has faith, and then people are interested too, like kids section. Now she talks about her faith. I surrender. Hashtag I surrender. That's it, and a heart. And it's a quote that she grabbed. God, I trust you with all my heart. Wherever you want me to go, I will go, even if it's not where I've planned. Lead and I will follow. This is amazing because, it's just, she didn't really have to post anything out crazy, but that regards her on her faith. She has her child in there, her daughter, her best part of her day when she comes home from school. Just a photo of her, and that was it. Favorite part of the day. And then she talked about her team in the top right post. And this is something that you guys should talk about too. People are going to be like, Bombshell Dynasty, Team Smash or Smash Nation, Believe to Achieve. Like, what is that? People will get curious about what you're talking about, but your team is a part of your life, so feel free to talk about it. What was great though is that it was her and her daughter, and them making wonderful cute faces, and it grabs your attention, does it not? You're like, huh. So she is a great way of branding herself. Take a look at different coaches and see what you can find from them. Next, what I want to hit on is a little schedule. I have created these for challenge group, motivational group, fan page, coaching page, and my Facebook main page. I have my coaching group and Facebook main page towards the bottom, and the reason why is because I have somewhat of a gist of what I want to speak about, but I don't really have a set plan for them. So like Mondays, I know in my coaching group, in my team, I want to talk about the National Wake Up Call. I get them motivated in the mornings. I'll hit on things like that. Wednesdays or, Tuesdays, I ask about kind of struggles so that I know maybe Wednesdays when it's time for our call that I can hit on the struggles that people are dealing with. Thursdays, I praise and give out recognition for the team. So there's little bits bits that I do have written down, but I don't have a set schedule like I do for my challenge group, my motivation, and my fan page. Those three I have set schedules for, and this is a set schedule that I have set for my fan page. So you guys can kind of take a look at it. And I don't want to go into full detail, but Brendan Burchard talks about how you should be posting out 4 times a day. He said 7, 11, 3, and 7. Now, you do need to find out specifically what times you're getting the most engagements at, because maybe you need to tweak the times a little bit. If you are using this, which, excuse me, I forgot to tell you guys, this is a page that has come out of a planner that I've gotten off of Etsy. And I will find the link, but I've just searched like Beachbody planner, and this is the one that came up that I liked, and I grabbed it, and it's great because it has I have a video on it as well. It shows you the different pages, but there's Instagram, there's Facebook, there's challenge groups, there's your coach group, there's tracking, there's your coaching, I mean, it's like a 54 page of just greatness. So if you really like to track and you are a scheduler, if you have that emerald quality to you and personality, this is probably something that'd be great for you. And I mean, you can print these pages off again and over and stuff, but there is a little tracker in there where it says Monday, like what your post was. So you could write out what your post was and what time, and then you can go back the next day, okay, how many comments and how many likes did it get? And you can write it down and kind of just keep track, even if it's just for like a week or two, so that you can kind of figure out where, you know, what was really high engaged, like what was it that you talked about and what time was it at? Because maybe you'll switch them around and see if it was the time that was messed up, or maybe it was what you posted out. So that's a great thing to look at too. Now, maybe there's something that will change every month. Like my fan page in December, I ran a photo of the day challenge. And so every single day I had out this photo that was trying to open them up to finding out them, because January is, you know, a new you, new year, new you. So it was all about them finding themselves. So that's something that you might want to incorporate in one of your groups, maybe your challenge group or your motivational group. It's up to you. Brendan Burchard has used the same post every Sunday for weeks. Right now, I believe what he is posting out is about him when he is in the hospital. He's got like a blanket over him and he's on his laptop. And if you go on his page, you could probably see that. But I believe that's the post that he's been putting out every Sunday. And he talks about in his video how he used to put out this one quote. And he would just have it in different, like he used black and white, as he says that. And if you notice, his videos are in black and white. That black and white, I don't know the whole aspects behind it, but black and white people are just drawn to. And now he would just change around like the background and everything, and he'd post this out, and it'd still get tons of hits and likes and comments and shares. And he's just like, it's just crazy. Like, you know, I mean, it was Sunday and then he posts the same thing out, and but it's because it's inspirational. It adds value to someone's life. So everything that you post, understand and know that it's either going to promote you or it's going to demote you. Am I saying don't ever post anything out that, you know, is, no, this is 80% you and 20% health and fitness. Maybe you post out a little bit more of health and fitness because you're a personal trainer, or you teach Insanity or Turbo Kick or P90X. So it's who you are. Now, I can also recommend that creating a document or a file of some great engaging posts that you've made previously, and then coming back to them and using them in 3 or 4 weeks. You know, saving those for the times where you're like, oh, I really don't know what to post, and I want it to be good, and I don't want to just not post anything. Because if you're stuck in that struggle where you are not sure what you want to post, then what I recommend is not posting. Because what happens with Facebook, and I don't want to get into the whole facts behind Facebook because it's going to be a like hour and 20-minute video, but when you post something out, if you're not getting a like right away, it's going down on your friend's newsfeed, if you're not getting that engagement right away. So if you all of a sudden go on your Facebook and you see some of your friends or coaches that post something out, like it. Quickly like it. Come on. That's helping them out. You're helping them create value into other people's lives. So, anyways, but if you don't know what to post, don't post anything out. Don't just post something random because you think it's whatever. You do have to strategize your post, but use that document to create something so that when you're like, oh, I don't really know what to post, you can be like, yeah, that was a great post. I'm going to post that again. All right, last but not least, I want to talk to you guys about this here. This is off of Passion Planner. You can get the PDF file and print these pages off, or you can purchase the actual full Passion Planner. And you can check that out, Google it, and get that. But this is how I set my stuff. Now, I don't do this on the computer. I have to write this down. So I have this written down, and I actually use highlighters. So I would write mindset and highlight, write coach call to action, highlight. And I know the times and days that I post my stuff out. And what is so beneficial is that if you have a set plan for your motivational group and your challenge group and maybe your Facebook group, you can get weeks ahead. Why? Because even if it's 1 hour, like my daily post, my blue is my challenge group, and my daily post is that daily post that I use off of the challenge group guide. Yes, Beachbody provides us with challenge group guides with every single program, as well as a multiple, if you're using multiple programs. So it's a mix up, mash up. So you have that available for you. So why not use it in one of your posts? Because it's great content. They post out like promote or talking about Shakeology ingredients. They're also talking about, hey, if you need energy, check this out. And the way that they have it set up is so that it helps you show the products without vomiting Beachbody, right? But when you have this plan, if I can set out my daily from the first day that it starts all the way to the end and not have to worry about that time slot or what I'm going to post ever, then if I know that I'm going to set out like motivational quotes, tips, pick videos, I can get in ahead and schedule out those every single day for maybe a few weeks until I'm like, well, okay, did I already say that or not? But you could do it for the full 30 days. Then all you have to worry about is, either 1 or 2 other posts. I know that I like to talk about at the end of my challenge groups, like how is their food? Did you get enough water? So that could be something that you create at the end of your day. And it's easy to set it up in Hootsuite, which we'll talk more about different social medias that can help you. Fan page, you can already set your schedules out, but I use Hootsuite to set out my challenge group and my motivational group. Most of my stuff that come on my regular Facebook page is live. And some of it on my coaching page is mostly live too, because it's hard to create what you want to say for coaching, because it's like, what do I want to hit on? Like there might be something that comes up, or hey, that's okay. So off to the left here, I just kind of wanted to say, like, keep track of your post and get ahead and know what you want to talk about, because this is really going to help you work smarter versus harder. Block out your time and schedule the rest of it in. I didn't do that on this page, but Mondays and Wednesdays, I go to school. I know that I'm going to be gone from anywhere from like 12 o'clock until 3:15. So I cannot put out any posts like just randomly whenever I want to, but also I cannot schedule any calls during that time. So when you know that, block those times out. Next, John C. Maxwell recommends setting your schedule 30 days in advance. This can be hard, but maybe you take one Sunday, like closer to the end of the month, where you completely create your schedule for the rest of the month. You may have to switch things around, sometimes things come up, kids come up, life comes up, and you have to switch something around. But isn't it nice if you can be like, okay, I completely, I can't do anything this time. I have a birthday party this day. I I have an appointment this time, I have my school this time, I have an exam this time, like I have studying here, and then work everything else around it. Set your time, set your hour, have certain days where you leave open for calls. So maybe you're driving and you could do personal development in the car if you would like, but use those times that you have available. Like if you're driving, what are you doing? Are you jamming out to music driving? Uh-huh, yep, I'm here too, yep, I gotcha. If I'm with my kids, yes, we listen to music, but we listen to Hillsong on Pandora and other. Um, we listen. I don't want to consider it gospel. It's worship. We listen to worship music in the car, and my kids love that. Otherwise, when I was teaching my classes, I would listen to some of the Turbo or Insanity music to, replay those moves in my head and stuff too. So that's how I was using my driving time. Now you can use that as personal development, or you can use it to set up calls as well. I mean, if you don't have to be writing things down and you can remember things and you don't need to be looking at things and it's not going to distract you, because I'm not telling you to, get all crazy in your car and stuff, but use that time. You have it, use it. So I hope that this helped you guys understand a little bit more about how to brand yourself and ways that you can create your schedule to work smarter and not harder. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Bye.